Hi, thanks for tuning to my YouTube channel. What's that girl doing now? Today, we're gonna spruce up some cheap old garland. So this is the garland that we've had for many, many years, and it's really heavy and hard to get up and down for storage, and it's hard to attach to our fence. So we are going to take off the good stuff that I like off this one, and we're gonna put it on the new stuff. So this is about some of the cheapest garland you can get, and we actually got it on clearance last year. So it's a lot lighter and a lot easier to handle. So I've already cut these pine cones off of the other garland that we had. So we're just gonna attach some of these to our garland. So I have some green floral wire that you can get at any floral shop or Hobby Lobby or anything like that, Michael's. And I'm just going to wrap it inside the pine cone, and then I'm just going to wrap it around like that. I'm going to do it a couple times just to make sure I have it really good and secure. So there we go. See that? So now I'm just going to find where I want it on the garland, and I'm going to wrap the wire around there. This already has some pine cones on it, but I like a little bit more. You do need some wire cutters when you're doing this. Might even want to wear some gloves because it can be a little rough on your hands, especially dealing with that wire. There we go. And then I can move this whichever way I want. Down here, over here, up here, wherever. And this is your garland. You can do it however you want. So I just take about, maybe a foot of this wire. Here we go. Got a pine cone. You might even, this wire's kind of thin that I have, so the next one I do, I might maybe do 2 or 3 strands of it, make it a little stronger. They have different kinds of thicknesses of this stuff, so you can maybe get a little thicker wire. You go, oh yeah, that's a lot sturdier. Look how much that holds my pine cone where I want it. Great. Now my old one has these big leaves on it. I'm gonna cut those off. I think I might use some of these in the display. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. That way you won't miss my next video. I'm not gonna put these red berries on because this already has berries, and these are starting to peel off and look yucky. So they don't last very long in the weather. Now I do wanna make both strands the same. We're gonna take one of these leaves, and they just had it wrapped around that leaf like that, lots and lots of times. We have that. And where do I want that? I'm gonna leave enough wire sticking up that way when I'm hanging it, if I need to manipulate the way it's facing, I can. So I'm just doing this the exact same way I did the pine cones, just wrapping it around there. So there we go. It just gives another dimension there. You know, instead of cutting it, I could just make one big long strand and fold it in half. That would work too. I can just take my pliers. There is an easier way to twist wire. If I had a drill, had my drill out here, I could just put one end in the drill and go, and it go all the way down. But I don't feel like going in and getting my drill. This does take a little bit of time, so don't be in a rush when you're doing it. Pick a time when you can just dedicate the time to it. Oh, look what my wonderful hubby got me. He went and got the drill. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm just gonna stick this in here, tighten it down, and now watch. Gotta hold the other end. Wait, let's get some pliers. Watch. You can make it as tight as you need it. Look at that, gorgeous. You see how tightly woven that is? I love it, it's amazing. Thank you, honey. Like I say, if you get thicker wire, you won't have to do this to it. This This is fun. That's really gonna make it nice and strong. There we go. Perfect. My husband is so good to me. I don't deserve him. Sometimes you need some pliers just to get in there and give you a little extra torque on it. Because that wire can be really tough on your fingers. All right, so there's that. We got a pine cone, a leaf, a pine cone. Need another leaf down here. Let's see. It gives me a little loop here at the end. So what I can do is, when I get that wrapped around my pine cone, oh, that's right. I was doing a leaf, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this around that. So what I can do is put my wire through there, make like a little loop, and that'll help secure it. It's okay if I go up on the leaf a little bit. See, like that? Hopefully you can see how I did that. Put that wire through that little loop and then tightened it down. And then I'll go backwards against it so it holds it. So there we go. I'll probably go back and redo those other pine cones that I put on earlier with just a single wire and do it this way. This is a much better way. It's a lot stronger. I try not to go too low on the pine cone because if those fall off, then my wire will come off. So now I'm going to put these bulbs on. So you can use whatever color bulbs you want. I really like these polka dot ones. I think that's going to be so cute. I'm just going to do the same thing on attaching these as I did the pine cones of the leaves with the wire. How cute is that gonna be? There we go. Yay! You can even make a bunch of these wires up ahead of time and have it ready for when you need it. And the tighter you make the twist, the stronger that wire is gonna be. You can put this however far apart you want. Okay, I got all the pine cones on that I want and all the bulbs that I want on. Those bulbs just really add an extra layer of dimension that I just love. I could put more on if I wanted, but I think that's okay for now. And now I have these lights, these LED lights I'm gonna put on. Okay, so the way we decorate our gate is we just have one garland on each door, go like that. So I'm going to have to put them in line like I want them. So since they're exactly the same, I'm going to have them go in the opposite directions. I'm going to turn this one around and put this one like this. And I'm going to connect these together right here so they stay together. Because I think I can get all of this with one strand of lights. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to cover that up with this cute center decoration. Wait till you see it. Now I need to think about where my plug is, how I'm going to get power to it. So our power is going to be coming from that side. So you always want to put your male end where your power is going to be coming from. If you stop and think about it for a minute, I know when you do Christmas lights, it gets a little confusing, but this is how I think about it. When I go to my plug on the house, the male end goes into that, right? So that leaves the female end on the other end. So then the next set of lights, guess what it needs? It needs the male end plugged into there. And then it leaves the female for the next set of lights you can plug in. So I always think first where my power is coming from, and that's where I start. So I can just use some, I think, regular wire, single strength wire. I'm just gonna start with my first light right here. I'm just gonna wire it on. That way that stays nice and secure. And I'm just gonna wrap it around a couple times. The the stem, and then I'm just gonna do like a twist tie motion up here on the top. And then I'm just gonna tuck that in so I don't poke myself, or my husband poke himself. So first thing I need to, before I go any further, I kind of need to figure out where the middle is. This was the middle strand. That's all bundled up. This had 3 strands. So I'm just gonna see if I can find a close middle here. May not be exact, but be fairly close. So that's pretty close right there. I'm going to, well, I got it here, just secure that in the center. That way, I don't have more lights on one side than I do the other side. Okay, so now I know that I've got all of these lights that I can put on this strand. I'm gonna try to make it about the same. And I've got a lot of lights. I may have gotten too many lights. Like I say, I'm just gonna kind of leave them in the natural shape they are in the box for right now. Because that way they'll spread out. The lights, it'll look like there's more lights on there. So I'm just gonna go up and down these 2 strands, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. All right, I got all the lights on, got all the bulbs on, I got the pine cones on that I want. Now remember, you can do anything you want. You can put more bulbs on, you can put different color bulbs on, more lights, different colored lights. I chose white lights for my display because you haven't seen my centerpiece yet. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do for that. So now, I'm gonna go hang them on the fence real quick. But I'm gonna wait till the end to show you the whole thing. All right, if you're ready for this, here's our center piece on the gate. La-da! Isn't he so cute? The only thing is that he doesn't light up. So let me show you. I'm gonna light him up. Gotta take the back panel off first. Now, I've not taken this off yet, so I don't know what I'm getting into, but I'm sure it can't be too difficult. Tell you one thing though, my fingers are sore from doing that wire. I can't wait to show you the finished product. And again, I may have too many lights like I had on the other, but I'd rather have too many lights than not enough. Oh, that goes to his mouth. Okay, so I'm gonna use the same lights that I used on the Garland. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I've never done anything like this before. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these down inside. I think this is gonna look okay. We'll see. I got my extension cord. I'm gonna plug this in, see what it looks like for a minute. Okay, I don't like that too well. See how there's like white spots and dark spots? That's not what I want, so it's not gonna work. Okay, if you're not familiar with command hooks, there's different sizes. I got this one right here. And I'm gonna take the strip that comes with it. One side goes on the wall, one side goes on the clip. So I'm gonna put the clip side on first, which is the red side on this particular one. I'm gonna put it on the back of the strip, like that. And I hope these hold up in cold weather. And I'm gonna take the back, this black strip on the back, and take it off. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clip a part of it up on my clip before I stick it in there. I think it'd be easier. And I'm gonna clip it up in the inside as high as I can get it. I'm gonna press really hard. Okay, so I took him into a dark room and he looks really cute. So I'm gonna leave him just the way he is. So I'm going to drill a bigger hole right here so that I can bring my male end of my wire up through that. And then I'm gonna drill a small hole here so that I can run a zip tie around there, and that's how I'm gonna secure it. probably think zip ties are my buddies. I use a lot of zip ties. There we go. They're just so strong. Oh, we gotta get these screws back on this plate. So by leaving that speaker thing on, I have not inactivated the little voice. So if ever I want to turn that back on, all I have to do is, I think, just put some batteries in there. I really didn't even look to see how it worked, to be honest. I can't wait to see it all together. I'm so excited. If you like this video so far, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. That way you won't miss my next new and exciting video. All right, let's go hang up Santa. Bonus information time. So this is your hole saw bit, and this is the holder that it goes on. So it has this little nut. Now this one does, I think they all work pretty much the same, but I'm not sure. So you gotta take this off, this nut, and then see how that has flat sides on two sides. And if you look at your thing here, it's got two flat sides right there and right there. So you just put that on there like that. And then you line up those two flat sides. There we go. And then we put our nut back on. See the threads? There we go. Tighten that down, and there you go. Then you put it in your drill. There we go. And then when you're ready to drill, you put this in the center of your hole, and then this will first drill a hole, and that kind of makes a pilot and holds the drill bit. And be very careful, be ready for it, because when this grips, sometimes it can really jerk you. So make sure that you're holding tight onto the drill. And you just want to keep this going. Usually, depends on what you're cutting, but usually I go at high speed because then it seems to do better. Anyway, that's how you do a hole saw drill bit. Okay, are you ready for the reveal? I hope you're sitting down because it's so cute. 1, 2, 3. What do you think? I hope you like it. Now, if that doesn't get you in the Christmas spirit, I'm just gonna have to try harder next time. Well, if this video has inspired you to do something creative with your boring old garland, I would love to see it. Just post it in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. That way you won't miss my next new and exciting video. Well, Santa and I say, ho, ho, hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. See you next time.